that involves me and a journalist. So this journalist wrote something about me and my husband and my marriage and stuff like that. And I was like, after I read the story, I decided to retaliate and make the journalists also feel what it feels like to have your privacy invaded. And I posted the same message that she sent me on my social media, and I posted it with her numbers, right? And since then, like, journalists and editors and the media is like saying, yeah, Somizi, there has to be actions taken against him and so forth and so on. And some of my close friends were saying, no, apologize and don't. And they even went to a point where they even tag companies that I work with, the radio station, Metro FM, DSTV, and Zanzi Magic, to say action must be taken. Now, my issue is that you attack me, you attack my personal space. But then when I serve you back what you have dished out, you now play victim. It's wrong what you're doing and so forth and so on. But you take my bosses. What are you hoping to achieve? You hoping to achieve that I get fired, or I send out an apology? And I got a call from one of my bosses, and I even told them, I'm still not sorry for what I did. I am in a place where I would do anything and everything to protect my space, protect the ones that I love, protect the ones that are dear to me. And I would never sell my soul just to put bread on the table. I would rather, like I always say, I would rather die standing than live longer on my knees. Just because this has been going on for so many years, and I'm okay with it. I don't have a problem with my stuff being out there, but I have a problem when things that are not factual are written about me and the people close to me. She wrote a story that my marriage is on the rocks, that my husband, she says, I found out that my husband cheated on me with a married man with kids, and I'm protecting this man. I have no idea what she's talking about. That for me is an issue. So it means it's okay for somebody, just because they've got sources, to go ahead. After I've even told you, get your facts correct. Find proof. Find an SMS, pictures, whatever. As long as you've got facts, I'm okay with it. Right. I'm in show business. I'm in the public. I'm a public figure. I'm okay with that. But I have a problem when journalists think they can just write about anything and everything, even when it's not factual. And again, I am not apologizing for what I did. The only thing that I know that I did wrong was to post her private number. But even that, I did it deliberately so that for me I was angry, and it was a way of making her feel what it feels like to have your private space invaded. So I know a lot of personalities can relate to this, but again, it's sad that we have to be doormats. Just because we're in the public space, it means we have to take anything and everything that anyone can dish to us. No, it does not work like that. I get to a point where I know when to stand up and fight for myself and for what I believe in. So if you think that you can go to people that I work with and having them to take actions and fire me, and if for me to avoid that I have to apologize, I am not going to do that. Ngamane ngiyotshengisa amagwinya, ngamane ngiqale phansi than for me to apologize when I don't mean it. I don't feel like I have to apologize for standing up for myself. The only thing that I'm apologizing for, that I know what it was wrong, was to publicize the private number. That's the only thing. But standing up for myself and exposing the journalists that thinks they can write whatever they want about me, hell no. I will not do that. And again, I would take the consequences that come with whatever I did, because I believe in it and I will never be bullied. I refuse to be bullied by the media. I've seen them doing it to so many people that it has such a very devastating effect on them. They end up wallowing, drinking themselves to death, crying themselves to death, dragging themselves to death because the media has a personal attack. And also, what the masses don't know is that some of the journalists, if not most of them, have a personal agenda on personalities. They want to see you down. If the journalists were so angry and they wanted action to be taken against me, they were supposed to take the legal route without tagging the people that I work with or I work for. But the minute you tag the people that I work with and work for, it means you want me to go down, and it is fine. If you think me being fired or me being dismissed or suspended is going to bring me down, you got it wrong. I was Somizi before everything else, and I will always be Somizi after everything else. Don't think that being on TV and getting all these accolades and so forth and so on makes me who I am. I know who I am. I am Somizi Buyani Mhlongo, the son of Mary and Ndaba Mhlongo before everything else. I would rather die standing than live on my knees. And I hope I speak for a lot of people who have succumbed to selling their souls or to have succumbed